Hello and welcome to episode 2 of the ANT Championships for Group B matches. Just before we get started, I want to discuss a few points made in comments on last week's video for Group A matches, just to clear up any points raised. If you don't want to listen to this bit, feel free to skip ahead in the chapters to Group B. Firstly, regarding hatching costs, these haven't been included in any of the calculations, basically due to the fact that they generally don't exceed 10% of the tile cost for each ant, so it seemed like an unnecessary overcomplication of the calculations. The exception to this rule is bullet ants. This is because bullet ants have a hatching cost of 150 and their tile cost is also 150, so that's 100%, so they have to be factored into the calculations. This also leads me to my next point, which is on the level of each ant. So each ant is level 1 in this series, with the exception again of bullet ants, because you can't hatch them unless they're at level 3. So if we wanted to include them in this series, they had to be factored in that way. I'd also just like to say that I'm well aware that some ants will perform significantly better once they're at level 3 and they get their abilities that are locked behind being level 3. And I'm very, very keen to do this series again, but at level 3, and see how that changes compared to this current series with everything at level 1. Finally, I just wanted to say thank you. I really appreciate all the support on this video. It's been by far and away the best video on this channel so far, and that's totally down to you guys. So thank you for that. On with Group B. So for Group B, the wood ants are the rapid fire version of wood ants rather than the mortar. This is because in testing I found that the mortar really struggles to get shots on target without a front line, so the rapid fire ants generally perform better. For the leafcutter mages, I've gone with the taunt version because that's the version that I generally use in campaign, and between the two there's very little to separate them until you get to level 3, when I would possibly bias towards the stun version, as the stun becomes AoE at level 3, but for this, it's a level 1 taunt major. And for the Matabili medics, I've simply gone with Anaesthetist because the first responder version is totally useless in a scenario like this. Enjoy the matches and I'll see you at the end. And there we have it, the final results for Group B. No surprises with the driver ants topping the group, absolutely expected, but the real surprise to me is the leafcutter majors not making it out. So much so that after I'd recorded all this, I redid the matches between the medics and the majors, but with the stun majors this time, just to make sure that I hadn't chosen poorly. But the result was exactly the same. Really, it was just the anaesthetist line in the medics slowing the attack speed of the majors so much that they just couldn't kill them. I hope that you've all enjoyed this video, and if you have, and you feel up for it, please subscribe for future content, and I'll see you in the next one.